Live. We are back for a Star Wars Andor watch party and after show. We took a break last week because I had to go to a premiere. Yes, I was at a premiere that I didn't have to work at and I got to have fun at, called Christmas with You on Netflix with Amy Garcia and Star Wars own Freddie Prinze Jr. was there as well, so we had a good time. But we're back for another Star Wars Andor watch party and after show. Episode 11 is coming up tonight. I'm Mike Sandoval from MUSE TV. Right here on my right is
Once again, it is me, the J to the E to the double F-free. I'm Jeffrey Harris, and welcome back to the MUSE TV watch party. And today is a special day, Mike.
Why is that?
Today is a very special day. You want to know why?
Why does it tell? I just have this feeling it's with the Astros in some way, shape, or form.
Today is Tuesday, November 15th.
Yes.
And you want to know what that means?
Yeah, what is it?
The Houston Astros are still the 2022 World Series champions. Read it and weep, eat it up, drink it up. That is the reality. You may not like it, but learn to live with it. Learn to love it. What do you think, Mike? Look, I got my hat. I got my fitted hat with the World Series patch on it. Can you see?
This is what I think about it, Jeffrey. This is what I think about it.
Yeah. Drink it in. Drink it in. Drink it in.
Yeah. Oh,
you love it. Dusty Baker, everybody.
Hey,
Dusty Baker's coming back for another season. We love you. Dusty Baker, you may not be listening, but across the universe of feelings, understand that you are loved here on MUSE TV. Yeah. I was talking to Mike before the show, and he was talking about how much he loves you. So you're loved. You are a friend. Dusty Baker, you are a friend of MUSE TV. You are a friend of the world, pretty much.
Sladro, hey fellas, been a while. No kidding. It has been a while.
Did you talk? So you met Freddie Prinze? Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him. Like I wanted to.
Did we talk shop about wrestling and stuff?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's great.
Shop and everything. So he's still working on getting that all launched and stuff. Is what he's working on. I did want to ask him, like, hey, are you going to show up on Ahsoka? But I was like, I already know what that answer is, so I'm not going to ask.
I mean, I guess he could if there are flashbacks, but
well, yeah, I don't know if he's
if they wanted to cast him as Kanan in live action instead of going a different direction, because you know.
I mean,
of course, it's Rosario Dawson now as Ahsoka, and I think Sabine and who else? Hera will be different actresses for the live action.
Right.
But that's just how things are. So we're back. We missed last week. So last week was the blow off to the prison storyline. They did a good job, I think, of focusing on the prison breakout. Andy Serkis, man. Andy Serkis, if there's one guy I felt put in like an award-winning performance this season, I think it's Andy Serkis.
Oh,
yeah,
I agree. He sold.
That was intense.
Yeah, he sold it last week.
I can't really just sum up that whole prison arc other than just pure intensity. It was just so suspenseful, gripping, so well done, and kind of an abrupt finish because we don't really see what happens to Kino Loy. You know, we hope he makes it out, but it's like I can't swim. I'm like, okay, I would be like, okay, we'll jump together. I'll care.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. I mean, the key to swimming, you can't just thrash around. You gotta go with the flow. You gotta just go with the water.
Exactly.
You can't, you float. Your body is naturally buoyant. Buoyant. What did I say? Buoyant.
Buoyant. No, it is buoyant.
Buoyant.
Everybody's buoyant.
All right. So the point is, you can't thrash around. You have to. You just have to. You don't fight the water. And you'll naturally float, and you just kind of move.
Yeah. Sladro. He went from Snoke to a prisoner. Ha 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 ha.
Wait, I thought he was Snoke. Ha 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 ha. No.
Maybe he is Snoke.
He was gaslighting us the whole time.
Exactly. And here's another one from Sladro. How did you guys like Wakanda Forever?
I think, well, as a matter of fact, that was our show last week. We had a spoiler chat on Wakanda Forever, and you can check that out on the Muse TV channel, right, Mike?
Yeah. Also, I'm to the point now with all the bullshit that pardon my French, with everything that's going on. Go watch the movie. Go support it.
Right.
I don't care anymore. It's like it's like
See the movie one way or another. Just,
mhm.
we talked about it. And like I said, the movie's successful. It's
It did
it
really
doesn't
good.
really matter what we think.
Yeah,
'Cause the
exactly.
movie made 330 million worldwide, so you could be like, "Oh, what they did, this, that, blah, blah, blah." I mean, look, audiences are loving the film, so I mean,
Or what they said, like with, oh, it's so woke. I'm like, I don't care. I want to see a good
oh
movie.
my god.
It that annoyed me this weekend. Annoyed me
Oh
so much
god,
with these things.
it's always the same people
Oh yeah,
doing
always
that.
the same people. Sladro, I watched.
Everything is woke. Like, what I don't like, that argument has just become so it's like calling something I'm just it it's lost any meaning at this point.
And I'm
It's
just
like because, like, people look at any and everything as like, "Oh, that's woke. Oh,
oh
this is woke.
mhm,
Mike, your haircut is woke. Your glasses are woke." Like, I mean,
exactly.
do
Because they're
people
open,
even know what that do people
they're
even
open.
know what it means?
At this point, no.
It's like,
Not
ugh,
a, not a clue.
oh my god.
Sladro, I watched it and gave it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think I was like a 6 out of 10,
Sure,
6.5 out of
fair
10.
enough.
Perfect. Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
like go ahead.
it's not my favorite Marvel
Uh,
film, but, not everything has to be my favorite Marvel film, and, I just wanna watch and enjoy films at the end of the day. So
exactly. Talking about films, any other new films that have you watched
oh, yeah,
that you could talk about?
that I can talk about. I can't review it yet, but if you go to my Twitter, you can read my early thoughts on Violent Night, which I think I said on here, is one of my more anticipated movies of the holiday
You
season.
saw it already?
Yeah, it was part of, Beyond Fest, and,
Oh,
a friend of mine, I wanna give a shout out to him,
mhm.
Kevin Phoenix, with the Illuminati, and you can also check out him on Twitter, and check out his thoughts on the film. Invited me out as his plus one, and, yeah, had a great time.
Will I
Really
enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. It's exactly what you think it is, and it's so much fun. It's a fun, like, goofy Christmas comedy with lots of violence. It's fun.
I
It's
wanna
like
see it.
just you know exactly what you're getting. It gives you exactly what you want.
Yeah.
It's like not a masterpiece, but it's just so much fun.
I just have a feeling, and this is just me saying throwing it out there, I haven't seen it, that's gonna be the sleeper hit of the holiday
I
season.
hope it is, cause like, sometimes you think you have, like, a sleeper hit like that, and then it just, is a dud and it takes a while. Or sometimes, like, it becomes like Austin Powers, and then, like, they make it a franchise, and then
Mhm.
suddenly it's like, "Oh, wow, now it's a juggernaut," you know? Um, Not saying this is like the next Austin Powers or something, but, like, that movie was like a sleeper hit that kinda came out of nowhere, found an audience, did really was kind of at the birth of the kind of DVD era,
Mhm.
really capitalized on the DVD era, and then, took off big time with the sequel,
I can't
Ironheart
wait.
2.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that movie.
Yeah, it's great, it's so much fun, and, I didn't realize it at first, but Beverly D'Angelo is in it,
Oh, yeah? What does she look
and she's great, it's great to see her in a big movie again, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I won't get too detailed on that, but check out if you wanna read more of my thoughts, check out my Twitter, at Wheeljack83, and I'll be reviewing it soon.
Yeah. So, let me start with this one first. What movie is that we're talking about?
Violent Night. Violent like Silent Nights, but violent, not like the Christmas song. It's
Yeah.
David Harbour play. He's the real Santa Claus.
Mhm.
It's Santa Claus in a Die Hard movie situation. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. I'm
And
not going to say anything.
that sells the movie for me.
Yeah.
Sladro, like I get the tribute grieving of Black Panther Chadwick, but it was really dragged on throughout the whole movie.
Sure.
It's not bad, but they should have been done. That should have been done with
Well,
that part after that beginning sequence.
yes, but honestly, those parts to me were the strongest parts of the film and the most emotional parts of the film that I connected with the most. So I understand
Mhm.
your view, but like, it's just kind of the thing.
Yeah, I love Namor.
Screw
Namor.
Namor.
I love Namor. That's his name.
Screw
Namor.
Namor.
He was really cool. I liked Namor
Jerk.
as well. Namor is
Psychopath.
Ironheart.
Maniac. Murderer.
I loved Namor. I want my own. I want a Namor movie.
Well, we might still get one of these days. We'll see.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully. Oh boy. So we got 11:11 just to get everybody up to date. 11:50 is when the show will drop.
Oh yeah.
And this is what we return back to our original shows where we've already seen the episode. And we're going to watch it again with you guys because we got to watch it twice. So
Wait a
we have
minute.
to talk about.
Just want to check something before I say anything else.
What?
Yes.
Check what?
I'm just checking.
Did I say something prematurely and I'm going to have to say sorry again?
I don't know who could be watching this stream.
Yeah, that is true. And if Warner Brothers executives are watching, I did buy more stock into Warner Brothers, so please help us out when DC has some movies coming out. Or any movie that's coming out of Warner Brothers, if you're watching. You got to put it out there. You never know. Like you just said, you never know who's watching. While you're doing that, did you see they're going to be releasing for Thanksgiving weekend? They're going to show the first couple episodes on broadcast television of Andor?
Yes. Okay. So I do have that. So ABC FX, Freeform, and Hulu to present first 2 episodes of Andor for Thanksgiving holiday. That's a pretty cool deal.
Well, here's my thing. I mean, that's cool. That's great and all.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they do that in the beginning of the series?
Oh.
To get
because the show debuted, it didn't. When did we start this, in August or September?
August.
Okay.
No,
So
September, remember they pushed it back.
Right. So September. So it probably wouldn't have been as convenient to do like a special preview kind of thing on the networks during it's a holiday promote, like, I don't want to say publicity stunt, but it's a promotional tool. It's a marketing tool, you know? And it's not unprecedented. We've seen this sometimes gets done, like, even though it wasn't a Disney Plus show, like I recall that when Star Wars Rebels first premiered, like they had it on Disney Channel and I think ABC with like an extra scene with Darth Vader, even though the show was like a Disney XD series kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, and my thing is that they're coming out with the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special on Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving.
Right.
So it's like, do you think it pulls away from what?
No, because I mean, it's a streaming special. It's there, and it's supposed to stay there and you watch it whenever you want, unless they start, excuse me, start suddenly yanking content and writing it off like Warner Brothers Discovery, which you're so happy about.
Well, you never know. I mean, look at what Chapek is doing. I mean, there's layoffs coming, it looks like, from Disney to Disney.
I think the other good news is that we're getting a Grogu and Dust Bunnies.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't see it yet. Did you see it already?
Not yet, but it looks very good, and I like that they're doing something with Ghibli.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I saw it popped up in
Is
my
that it? Wait, is that the whole? Is this was this the whole thing? It was just like this one short.
yeah.
Okay, well, I haven't watched it yet, but it looks the artwork looks really good, and I'm excited to watch this.
No. Well, that studio does some great
I
animation.
mean, of course, they're a legendary,
Yeah, you know you're gonna get
iconic
quality.
studio. And, so yes, so I guess the cat's out of the bag. We have seen the last 2 episodes,
Mhm.
or I have at
Well,
least.
you have. I haven't
You've
yet.
seen tonight's episode. I've seen tonight's episode. Um, you know, we're almost in, I guess, at the midway point of this series.
Mhm.
So, do we even is this even really a season finale, or would you consider this just the midway point of the whole show?
I don't know because the way they're making it sound, some people are making it sound like it's the season finale and that season 2 comes next year. I think it's the halfway. I think it's the mid-season finale, I would call it. Because the story will
It's
continue.
like parts of it are like a season finale, but yeah, I can't get too specific about this. So, but we're gonna watch. We've seen tonight's episode at least, so we get to see the aftermath of Andor breaking out of the prison. What happens after that? And of course, we have the situation with uh, now we know that Luthen has an inside agent in the ISB,
Yeah.
going up the ISB chain. That
Mhm.
was a cool scene. And I thought what was good about last week, they focused on the prison break for most of the episode, and then we focused on Luthen reporting to that ISB agent. Now,
Mhm.
did you notice Luthen was lying to the
Yep.
ISB agent, and he was feeding him false intel,
Yeah,
which is smart because you
exactly.
want to know why? To fool your enemies, you got to fool your friends too.
Mhm.
So
You gotta continue the lie.
he clearly doesn't trust him. And like, what if that guy gets found out? You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
he can't tell him everything.
Mhm.
But
Exact
Luthen and Stellan Skarsgård had that really just powerful monologue about what he's giving up and what he's sacrificing, which I think was the only truthful thing he probably told that guy.
Yeah,
I do believe Luthen is motivated. I do believe there's like a pain to his actions, don't you think?
yeah, I think so. Well, you have he I mean, he's like you said, he sacrifices a lot.
Well, yes, but we don't know all about his
Mhm.
backstory.
Yep.
Like this season's mainly been about learning about Andor's backstory.
Mhm.
You know, we know he was like this he lost he got separated from his sister. They lost their parents in like that mining operation. He got taken in by Marva.
Yep.
Like we were mainly learning about Andor's past, and you know, we learn a little bit more about Mon Mothma. Unfortunately, that Cyril Schmuck and Dedra Miro. We haven't learned too much about Luthen,
Mhm.
but I do feel like something is really driving him for this.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be
I'm
interesting to see.
curious what it is though.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens in this episode.
But man, I feel so bad for Kino. I hope he made it out.
Yep, me too. But
See, if
before
I see,
we
I would have jumped with him, and
Mhm.
I would have helped him. I would
Yeah,
have like said like just don't fight. I would have said don't fight and thrash around. Let yourself float to the surface and move with the water. Is what I would have told him.
yeah,
You won't drown. Just
like your
keep
head.
your head above water.
Yeah, like your head right now when you were leaning back.
Exactly. Like,
You had your head was floating in the room.
exactly.
But before we continue,
I'm just saying. I thought it was a little cold. That I feel like Andor kind of just left him high and dry up on that ledge.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
knows if he even jumped? Maybe he walked. Maybe he walked back into the prison.
Maybe. But
They should
before
have stolen. They should have stolen some
you,
weapons and some boots and some like equipment. You know.
yeah, but before we continue, a mutual friend of ours had a birthday yesterday.
Mm.
We got to take a little time out, just say happy birthday, Samurai del Sol. Good
Oh,
friend of ours. Celebrated his birthday yesterday. So want to say happy
happy birthday,
birthday.
Samurai.
And show's dedicated to you, man. Thank you for so much for everything.
Also, speaking of wrestlers, Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Varnado, aka Casca Reeves, from The Mandalorian, has a gig coming up.
Did she
Where is
mention it
it?
already? Because I didn't.
Here,
I
I
didn't
got
see.
it. I got the email.
Oh, okay.
Mercedes Varnado comes to Comic-Con Revolution in the Inland Empire. So there you go.
When's that?
This will be May 20th and 21st, 2023 at the Ontario Convention Center.
Yep. So get your tickets. That's all he's gonna say. Get your
That's
tickets.
Ontario, by the way, that's Ontario, California, not Ontario, Canada.
Canada. Wait.
Yeah. So
Well,
if you're
that's
making
different.
vacation plans for next year, Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Varnado, is going to be at this Comic-Con Revolution event, and she'll be doing signings and probably taking photos, doing autographs. So there you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Oh, 11:22. Should we
Oh,
get the spiel now or should we hold it?
Jay Sladro, we got Jay in here. Jay, do you know when it'll be released? 11:50. Okay, you already got that.
Yeah, already got that. Already got that. It was when you were talking.
Hmm.
Wanted to make sure we got that all taken.
Now the criticisms of this series, I think the only one I'd agree with is like the lack of aliens is a bit weird.
Mhm.
Just because in Star Wars having like lots of aliens around is the status quo. That's kind of the
Yeah.
normalcy kind
Mhm.
of thing. And just sometimes like I don't know, it takes me out of it a little bit just because it feels like there are situations where it would seemingly call for more aliens to be around. Like
Yeah.
on and it seemed like there were on Ferrix, but then we just saw less and less aliens until like he went to like that pleasure resort like on Nemos.
Mhm. Yeah. Had to take a little holiday during all this
But
craziness.
the good thing about this series is just you really just feel how oppressive you get kind of that kind of boots on the ground feel for the civilians of the galaxy, just how oppressive and terrible it is living under the boot of the empire. Like the show really builds that up well. It's just it's like strangulation
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. So we are about 25 minutes out.
Yep. We're
So
almost
when are we getting the next so what we can expect the next group of episodes, will it be about a year, you think? You think it'll be
I have a
September?
I have a feeling it will be about a year because they're just barely gonna film them now. I think production started already, or it starts next week. Or it starts soon. It's sometime this month. Production starts.
Do you think they'll be able to maintain, the production values from this season? Because I think most would agree, like, that's been the real highlight of this series is just, like, the amazing sets, the visuals, the costuming. It's really one of the better looking Star Wars shows we've had in a while, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It has been really good, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep it up. I'm very curious to see if the quality's gonna maintain throughout
Because
the rest of the series.
I mean, clearly the budget for this show was, like, ginormous, so,
Yes,
uh
money was no object. It looked like in this one.
but I guess I'm wondering are studios gonna get fed up with the streaming model and just how much it costs to make, like, quality streaming content, you know,
Mm.
because it just seems like we're running into a problem where streamers are starting to lose money, and now they're, like, laying off, they're trying to cut costs, or they're laying off staff, like, even Amazon, I think, is about to lay off, a lot of staff, I think.
Yeah. I really it's gonna be interesting to see, especially but they did add a new tier to Disney Plus. I mean, they do have that ad-supported tier now, so
Like, do you see Peacock and Paramount Plus, like, thriving and surviving?
I think between those 2, Paramount Plus has a better
Okay,
opportunity of surviving. Peacock needs to make a lot of changes to their
for
system
sure.
because they're I mean, to find programming in their system is terrible, and also to their live streams have had so many issues, especially
Mhm.
with, WWE with with their problems doing
The
stuff.
one thing I will credit Disney on, at least they've created the Disney bundle, which is
Mhm.
good.
Yeah,
At least they've done something where you can get, like, a value deal on getting, like, 3 streaming things, you know?
yeah,
I think that and I'm not saying it's perfect, but at least it's something, and I feel like that's kind of the problem with having all these different streaming services.
yeah.
We need, like, some sort of, like, combination, like, all-in-one package, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, did you see how much Disney Plus was going up with this they changed the tiers, so
Yeah. I
it's
think if you I think you can re-up now for a year for $79.99.
Mhm. Yes, you can.
And if you do that right now before the rates go up, which I think go up, I think December,
December
right?
8th. Yeah,
Yeah,
December 8th.
so if you wanna get Disney Plus, now is the time. Get it for a year, and you are paying $80 upfront, but if you're a Disney fan and you like Star Wars, you like Marvel, and you like all this, content that Disney puts out, that comes out to less than $7 a month.
Yeah.
Now, what I did, we did I don't know, did you do Founder Circle 3 years ago?
No, I didn't. I
Okay,
didn't.
so I did the Founder
I
Circle.
wanted 'cause I wanted ESPN and Hulu as well.
Right. Well, I did the Founder Circle, and that you paid up front, but you basically got it what came out to, like, less than $4 a month for Disney Plus.
Well, did you see how much the price is going up for the year?
How much is it going up for the 1 year?
It's
Is it
gonna be $109.99.
okay,
So I
so
would buy your Disney Plus now.
now is the time because you'll save, like, 30 bucks,
Mhm.
and it comes I mean, and it comes out to, like, 6.85 a month. So just figure
And it's a good
if you wanna watch these movies and you wanna watch these shows, I mean, it's not a bad deal.
yeah,
Or
and
you
then
could
join
do
us.
or you could do the Disney bundle.
Yeah, and then join us and be
Yeah,
a part of the watch party.
exactly. And then because the Disney bundle, you'll get Hulu, there's good stuff on Hulu, and you'll get, ESPN, and, you get, football, baseball, NBA, you get UFC, you get lots of good stuff on ESPN if you like sports.
Yeah, but the one thing that gets me though, that I'm not happy with, is the ad-supported plan. The very basic plan is gonna be, 7.99 the basic plan is now at 7.99 a month is gonna be 10.99 a month with ads.
That makes no sense to me.
That's where I'm kinda like, you're
With
already
ads, it should be like to me, it should be like free.
yeah, or $5. If you wanna charge
Not
cheap,
even, not even. Not
but
in this economy.
yeah, but like 10.99 for ads?
I remember Hulu used to have you didn't you could just flip it on and watch it back
Mm,
in the day. You didn't need to a subscription, and it would and you'd have ads, but at least you were getting free content, but
yeah, true.
mm,
And there's a lot of free options out there now too, so I mean, Pluto is expanding a lot now.
What do you think happens to FX and FXX? Do you think they'll stick around?
They'll stick around, but they're all going to be integrated into a one platform. I really do think like Hulu eventually will go away, and there'll only be Disney Plus.
You know
That
what's interesting? USA Network. There was a time where USA Network was doing really good in terms of like primetime dramas,
Mhm.
and now the only major ratings they're getting right now are from WWE.
Yeah.
Um, their highest rated programs are Raw and NXT right now.
Hmm.
So we are far removed from the heyday of USA Network. I used to be a big fan of Burn Notice. Remember Burn Notice?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I
Burn
remember
Notice was a fun show.
that was a good show.
They had a lot of what was that other one with Matt Bomer?
Matt Bomber.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
What was it called? His USA Network shows. I'm trying to White Collar. That
Oh,
was a good show.
that was a good show. I remember
Yes,
that.
there were a few shows like that, kind of like in the late aughts, early tens on USA
Mhm.
that were good for their time, but like the marketplace has just shifted so much,
Exactly.
and so
But let's see what this next couple of years is going to look like when it comes to the streaming platforms. But I don't know, the Disney thing with ads is just
I just want WWE off Peacock because I do not like WWE on Peacock.
yeah.
Is really what I want.
I noticed the streams have gotten better, but
The
still,
stre I just don't like Peacock is not it's not organized well. It's
yeah.
not as a wrestling fan in just their interface, it's not good, it's not user friendly, and it's just not laid out very well.
So what do you think of the new interface that they just updated?
For
Because
Peacock,
yeah, they changed it a little bit.
I'd have to look, but from what I've done recently, it's not been all that great.
The old one was terrible. The old interface
And
was terrible.
say what you will about Disney Plus, but I think the interface works very well.
Yeah.
And I
Too
think
bad.
it's very quick and simple and easy to use. It's easy to find what you wanna find on here, you
Yeah.
know?
Too bad they can't do that with Genie Plus at the parks. But that's just my gripe.
What at the parks?
Genie Plus, their app so you could skip the line that you paid
Oh.
$20 for, or you got to pay $20 to get on
But
Rise of the.
if everyone does it, won't that just make the line skipping lines longer?
Well, that's the way it is right now.
Ye
It's shorter for the standby than it is
when
sometimes with Lightning
It's
Lane.
been a while since I've been over to Disney, but what I like to do, I like to try to get into a single rider line.
Hmm.
And sometimes, like, I could skip everything, just say, "Hey, I'm a single rider. Can I just go in?" And they'll be like, "Yeah."
Yeah, yeah, I love that too. I love to be able to go, but I won't be back to
Yes,
Disney.
you can have fun going to a theme park by yourself, folks,
Yes,
like me.
I've done it for years. You're not the only one. But I'm
As
going.
and yes, I'm a miserable, lonely schmuck.
Yeah. So
Yes.
when you have had a annual pass to Disneyland from 1992 to 2020 is when I
Yeah.
canceled. You're going by yourself sometimes. There's no
Yeah,
way
you gotta you paid for the pass, get some use out of the pass, you know?
exactly. Too bad you can't do that anymore with that whole reservation system kind of screwed everything up.
Oh, one other thing I'm doing this week, tomorrow there's going to be a Black Panther. Speaking of Black Panther, there's gonna be a Black Panther Wakanda Forever activation at Funko Hollywood tomorrow morning that I will be going to. So I'm
Oh,
looking
is that
forward
a
to
private
that.
event or is it like a press event or is it like
It's a press of it's like a press preview.
Mhm.
Um, and I meant it will be open to the public, but like this is like the press preview for the activation.
Hmm.
So, and what the activation is going to be, I think they're going to have like costumes and props from the film. They did it for Jurassic World Dominion when the movie came out at Funko Hollywood, and of
Okay.
course at Funko Hollywood you have those that really nice sort of like Wakanda waterfall with Chadwick Boseman Black Panther Funkos. So I'm sure it'll be a very nicely done
I don't know. I've
display.
never been.
You've never been to Funko Hollywood?
Nope. And we
You're
don't.
the
And we
you're
don't.
the LA power broker, Mike.
And we don't even get invited to their press events. Hence the
Wow.
reason why I sold my stock, because we don't get invited to these.
I mean, you should you should like talk to the folks at a convention and just introduce yourself, you know?
Gonna
And I'm
have
sure they would
what? When I had stock in Funko, me nominating for boards didn't mean
I
anything.
think I think the way I got in contact with
Mhm,
Funko
mhm,
was at that I think you were there. I
mhm.
remember the Mandalorian press junket
Yes.
in 20 I think
Well, I wasn't there, but I
in
remember you guys
2019.
were there. Yeah, I wasn't there.
Okay, so it was a press junket for Mandalorian, and Funko had like they were giving out Funkos for the show.
Mhm.
And I think I exchanged cards with one of the Funko reps who was there.
Very cool. Very cool.
So that's just yeah, how you got to do it.
Yeah.
Rerun trading, second like. Well, thank you,
Thank you so
thank you,
much.
thank you for
Well,
that.
here comes a question now. Have you seen anything for Comic Con yet? I know
In
tickets are on
terms
sale.
of
Con tickets are going on sale for us to be able to go under press.
yes, so I got. What do you? Let me. I'm trying. Let me look at the email
Because
just
I
because
haven't
I'm a
gotten
bit.
anything yet. And
I
yes,
did get some. I did get something now that you mention it. Okay, so I got confirmation that press outlet application is open now for WonderCon and Comic Con 2023. So if you are a media member, like in your hut or a freelance or otherwise, like Mike and I, you can register your outlet for Comic Con and WonderCon 2023. Now, basically, this is kind of like your outlet needs to be approved before you can register. But once your outlet is approved and you're the key outlet contact, then you can go ahead and register. So that's the situation now. So I'm not registered for the conventions, but my outlet is, and I am the key outlet contact at the moment.
Hmm.
So that's just kind of how. So um, I would maybe check your user ID on the Comic Con website and just see what's going on there. If you know the PR rep at for Comic Con International, maybe reach out to that person.
Yeah, I got it. I never got an email, so I just logged in right now while we're doing our live stream to make sure that we got everything.
Okay, but yeah,
But
so
it says
that's
press outlet verification status approved WonderCon and Comic Con.
okay. So there you go. So there you go. So you got the same thing
Yeah.
that I did. Okay.
Well, I'm logged.
Uh,
Wanted to check because Comic Con's our biggest thing of the year, so we got to get ready for next year.
yeah.
And one,
Well, actually, I think CinemaCon will be, if not CinemaCon, WrestleMania, which
yeah,
I plan on going to, but WrestleMania is just it's still up in the air.
is it
What was that?
for you? It still is.
Well, because to me, it's up in the air until I'm approved and confirmed.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So one other thing I just wanted, kind of separate topic right now. Um, Former UFC fighter, UFC title contender Anthony Rumble Johnson passed away this week. I was very shocked by this. 38 years old, younger than me.
Mhm.
This guy could put you away with one punch. Um, he never got the title. He fought for the title twice. He lost to Daniel Cormier twice in the UFC. He just but he was a contender. He was one of the he was one of the top fighters at light heavyweight.
Mhm.
What he suffered from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and phagocytic lympho, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, lymphocytosis, rare immune disorder. So, man, that was just shocking to hear that because this guy was like a walking tank. Um, uh, like, do you know John Jones, the
Yes.
former UFC light heavy? Like, he sitting down, he looked bigger than John Jones, and John Jones is a big dude. Like this guy was like, this guy could knock you out in one in under a round. So
Mhm.
it's just shocking, and I just feel so bad for his family and loved ones. So
Right.
I didn't even know he was ill.
Yeah, I
Kind of
didn't
like
know about it.
Kevin Conroy. I had no
Yeah.
just
Well, I
really
knew about
shocked
Kevin
me.
Conroy. I knew about Kevin Conroy. I'd heard something about it.
I'd never heard. Yeah, it was when he passed. That was the first I had ever heard of it. So that's kind of why it was so shocking. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to give tribute to Anthony Johnson, who was a very entertaining and just exciting fighter. Um, always, as a big MMA UFC fan, he was always a guy to pay attention to, and yeah, he was a great fighter. So I just feel really sad he's gone now.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's 11:41. Do you want to give them the spiel?
Okay, so what we'll do, once the episode drops, and usually it drops about 11:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's 2:50 a.m.
Mhm.
in the morning, for you folks on the East Coast. We are going to mute our speakers. We are going to stop our video cameras. We will watch the episode, and then we will be back to discuss tonight's episode, and we'll get in a full on spoiler discussion. So just be forewarned, we will be discussing what happens on tonight's episode when we come back. So the episode will drop at about 11:50 on Disney Plus. We'll give everyone time to watch it, and then we'll be back in about 45 minutes or so for our post-show discussion on tonight's episode.
Yeah. Awesome. 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 So yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking. We're doing our live stream, and I'm looking at the Comic Con stuff while we're doing it.
So you got that notification about how you
I
can
did not.
register.
I did not get anything, and I see
Wait, I
that.
thought,
No, I hadn't
well,
seen
then
any.
I must have misunderstood you.
No, because I
Also,
thought.
what I would recommend, Mike, is follow the SDCC unofficial blog on Twitter. They're
Mhm.
like one of the best Comic-Con news sources around.
Okay.
They're more informative than Comic-Con themselves. Sorry,
Yeah,
Comic-Con, but
because
it's true.
sometimes Comic Con kind of like, because ever since they changed to this new system, I'm like trying to figure out, because I know like we got carried over
Mhm.
because of the pandemic, so
Yeah.
we don't have to renew anytime soon. So I was just curious about that.
Um, I think you see, every once in a while, you have to resubmit your materials for your outlet
Mm-hmm.
to get your outlet reapproved again. And then but once your outlet is approved, like, you'll be good to go, and it should be easy for you to apply as media.
Yeah.
But you have to wait for the media registration period, and they will contact you. But I would just, check your user ID and just stay on top of it, you
Yeah.
know?
Because that's why I was looking at it, because it says press outlet verification status approved WonderCon
You
and
see,
not true.
me being the way I am, Mike, I don't trust anyone to do things.
Well, yeah,
I
exactly.
like to be on top of I like to be I wanna know right away as soon as possible.
Mhm.
Am I registered? Am I not registered? Is my hotel booked? I want all that squared away 6 months, if not a year ahead of time, basically. That's kinda how I am,
Yeah,
so I don't have to worry about it. But
exactly.
then I'm still worrying about it because like suddenly it's a week out and we still haven't gotten our confirmation notices or our barcodes or what have you,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But yeah, um my thing with Comic-Con, I just try not to think too much about Comic-Con anymore, and I just focus on, like, ever since I started doing CinemaCon, I'm more focused on CinemaCon now, just
Yeah.
because I find CinemaCon more rewarding.
Yeah. That's the one thing with CinemaCon. I gotta start looking for hotel rooms.
I will be starting that hunt very soon as well.
I will be looking at it come Cyber Monday
Yeah.
because I want to get a good deal.
And then we can look forward to the Astros hopefully going to another World Series next year.
Are you going to put money in Vegas on that?
Like Mattress Mac?
Yeah.
I probably should have, and I probably and then I could go around. Did you see the video? He took a wheelbarrow with all the money stacked.
Yep.
He got a wheelbarrow with just stacks of cash and rolled it out to his private plane. It's hilarious.
Must be nice.
Must be nice to be Mattress Mac.
Exactly.
What's he gonna do with all that money though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really don't know.
He's gonna make like a mattress mansion. He's
Hey,
gonna make a mansion with nothing but mattresses, and it can
really?
bounce. I would do that, and I would just bounce all around the whole mansion.
Didn't they? Didn't we do that when we was kids? It was called a mattress fort.
I would build like a hobbit hole.
And what would you do in that hobbit hole?
I would read books and stuff like build books. Have you seen those photos online? Like someone made like a Lord of the Rings like hobbit hole house.
No.
I would want like I would like a house under the hill, just because it seems very fun and quaint. You know.
Yeah.
Seems like a good way to live. Baltech, good morning from the UK. It's 7:42 a.m. and I am waiting for Andor. Hope he survives and has a long, happy life. Well, hey, Baltech, thanks for joining our watch party. We really appreciate it. Thanks for the support in the UK, man. There are Astros fans in the UK, by the way. There's like a UK fan base of Astros. I found on Twitter. It's crazy. So, Baltech, well, we already know Andor is he's dead about 4.5, 5 years from now. So we know he's not gonna live a long, happy life, but he will, I guess, live a meaningful one for the Rebel Alliance. Because look, I'm sorry, but look, Rogue One came out over 6 years ago. What do you want from me? The movie's 6 years old at this point. I remember going to see that movie at Disney too. Wow.
Yeah, that is true. I remember that as well.
Oh, I think the next movie screening I'm seeing by the is Devotion, and I'm seeing that tomorrow.
I was hoping
busy day tomorrow.
I was hoping I was going to get the menu, but I didn't get the menu.
I've already seen the menu actually.
Yeah, I was hoping we were gonna have. I did interview that Amy. What's her name? Got her name.
Is she in the menu?
Yes, she is. Well,
do you mean Anya Taylor-Joy?
No. I didn't meet her. I interviewed Amy. With the
Amy Carrero. Amy Carrero.
That's
okay.
her.
Yes.
She
is in the movie. She is in the movie.
Yeah, cute as could be. Too bad she's married.
Embrace the single life, Mike.
Well, I try.
Didn't you meet somebody? Wait, what happened here?
When?
You were talking about meeting someone a while, or should we not talk about that?
I wouldn't talk about that right now.
All right.
Because I don't know if that solidifies, then we'll talk about that on air. Until then,
she voices Adora on She-Ra and the. Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And she's Elena of Avalor. Not that I watch that show.
But
I like that she's done like anime. She has like animation credits, and she's
that's
crossing over into live action.
That's your little pleasure thing on Saturdays. Be able to watch some of Elena of Aurora or whatever the hell the name is.
She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Well, that too.
Well, I know She-Ra from Masters of the Universe. I'm a fan of Masters of the Universe, and this is kind of like based on that. So,
I did go to Target and I saw the She-Ra toys that were on the shelves.
I'm all about it, man.
Those are some nice. They have nice figures now.
Yeah, I actually went over to Target and I picked up some of the Survivor Series from WWE. I got Warrior and I got Becky Lynch, Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, cool.
All right, so we're in the final countdown now, so we should be getting our new episode of Andor in a little bit, and then we'll start watching tonight's episode, and then we'll be back a little later.
Exactly. So once again, like Jeffrey said earlier, we turn off our cameras, turn off our audio, and then we watch and we'll come back after the show and discuss.
Okay, here we go. Should be up by now, so let's
Yeah,
see.
it's up. It's up.
All right, so we'll see you all in a little bit, folks.
We'll see you soon. See you at after the episode. Hey everybody, the episode is over for us. We have just finished. I'm waiting for Jeffrey Harris.
Here we go.
Well, there you go. You're on.
Just let me get my cans back on.
No problem.
All right.
Cool. We're back.
What a dogfight that was, a space battle.
Wow. Oh, that was a good dogfight,
that was
though.
The highlight. That was the highlight of the episode, right?
Exactly. I loved it. I thought it was a great.
Who the hell is Luthen, man? Where did this guy come from?
That's what I would like to know. I'd like to know more about his backstory.
He's like James Bond and an Aston Martin in that thing.
No kidding.
His ship has onboard lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry, Hera, sorry, Han Solo, you're not the hotshot pilots anymore. I think this guy's the best pilot in the galaxy.
Yeah, but just
and his ship is tricked out to hell.
But it's just his character is just so interesting, though.
Because like he's clearly like he's clearly has like he knows all about psych warfare, subterfuge, but he can fly a ship better than Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
And like that ship is like a one-of-a-kind ship that can like it's like a Swiss Army knife. It has like an answer for it has a solution for every problem. Mm-hmm. He was getting tractor beamed by an Imperial like whatever ship that was. What did they call it?
I forgot, but it was it looked like a
and he knocked out the tractor beam. Mm-hmm. Then he took out all of their air support, and he flew out of there without a scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like this like who is this guy? Like where did he come from? You know?
Yeah, exactly. And
like did he fight in the Clone War? Like was he like a deep cover spy for the Clone Wars and stuff like that, or some? I don't know.
I don't know either. Like I'm I was watching it and I was like, we've never seen him before. So
like we knew his ship was cool and unique, but we never saw what it could do until now.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that was the highlight of the episode for me. Mm-hmm. Cassian and the other prisoner. They got off planet. They got some help from some aliens. So we actually got to see some aliens.
Yeah.
That one goofy alien was like, we won't kill you. We'll let you go because we don't like the Empire.
Yeah. And I don't even want to know what that
what was going on in his apartment when he went. What was that?
I don't even want to know what that stuff that trapped
it
them.
It looked like an organic webbing.
Mm-hmm.
Like a sticky webbing or something.
Yeah.
Who was in his apartment? Who was squatting in his apartment?
I don't know.
Was his girlfriend still there?
That's what I was trying to figure out, and it didn't.
It looked like an alien was squatting there or something. Yeah. So like an alien moved in or something like that. It could have been a hotel room. I don't know.
Yeah.
But and he was still able to get in.
And nobody noticed the box above the shower.
I mean, that box was fairly conspicuous, right? It was easy to see, but I guess they couldn't see it.
I guess not.
Marva, his adoptive mother, has died.
Yep.
So they're planning a funeral procession for her in Ferrix on her home planet. She seemed like she was a respected lady, and one of Andor's old friends made contact with her and told him the sad news. Mm-hmm. So earlier, if you remember earlier, Dead Ramiro talked about using her as bait,
Yeah.
as a trap for Andor. So they want to get Andor, they want to get Luthen, but then Cinta is like monitor, like she's deep cover there, keeping an eye on things, and then we have Vel back on Coruscant. What was Mom Mothma's daughter doing? What was that about? That they
I
were
don't
like
know. I
so.
was trying to figure that one out as well. But they were saying, oh yeah, she's been, I guess it's something that they do
It's
regularly.
almost like the way it reminded me. It's like she was becoming like a born again Christian or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because Vel and Mon Mothma seemed sickened by what she was doing,
Yeah.
and the daughter just wanted to do it herself.
Mhm.
Like, what were they taught? What like they were chanting something. It was almost cult like.
Mhm. Well, and this is a funny thing too, is like she mentions the husband as well, her husband, and the
She
fact,
said her husband, it wasn't his idea either.
yeah.
And it's like apparently a Chandrillan custom, but Vel and Mon Mothma just seemed very averse to it.
Yeah.
But it's almost like kind of like you're in a rich family and your teen daughter is like, I'm a born again Christian now, or I'm doing Bible study.
Mhm.
But it's not like it's not, and what I mean by that, it's like really like very evangelical, indoctrinated Bible study, not like did I dig myself into a hole there, Mike?
Yeah, you pretty much did, but
It was like, okay, you're not practicing religious parents, and okay, your kid finds religion, but it's a very radicalized evangelical form of Christianity. How about that? Would that be okay to say without hurting anyone's feelings?
I think you're gonna hurt somebody's feelings no
All
matter
right. Well, I'm just.
what.
What did you make of that scene? Because like I don't understand,
I
like,
don't I don't
because that's kind of
understand.
what it reminded me of, but
Yeah,
I don't know what was going on.
exactly, and I think it's a ritual, but, like, I didn't understand what it was because we never seen it before. We never seen anything like that before in a Star Wars.
Yeah, so
It's
I have no frame of reference for
yeah,
what she was chanting or talking about.
but you could definitely tell that Mon Mothma and, her sister, cousin,
Her
what
cousin, Vel.
cousin Val was, they were not interested in what she was doing.
It seemed very strange.
Yeah.
I'm just very weirded out by the whole scene.
Yeah.
Oh, also, we our favorite character, Cyril,
Mhm.
his sergeant who also got demoted and fired from Morlana 1 because of him, informed him that Andor's mother died, and now Cyril is heading back to Ferrix because he thinks that's going to be his opportunity to get Andor.
Yeah. Uh,
Why would that sergeant even trust him that much to contact him? You know, like he got him
well,
fired.
exactly, like, why would you trust them after he got you fired? But I guess
And messed up that whole operation in Ferrix before, you know.
yep,
I guess it pays to just, inspire loyalty amongst, really just meat-headed people.
yep, and they
But
never
yeah.
see, and then that droid B just was like right off the bat, you just feel sorry for the
Oh
droid.
yeah, because Marva has died, and like it's like the droid is, it's like a family pet,
Mhm.
but he's fully cognizant and able to communicate, even though.
Yep.
But yeah, it was very sad.
Yep. What did you think of this whole episode?
It was a good episode. I think I like this scene with Saw Gerrera, and I saw what they were going for there, but I feel like they built up Saw a lot, and they just didn't do anything with him this season.
Mhm.
Um, like it was nice to see Saw and see what's going on with him, but I feel I guess they're saving that for season 2.
Yeah, I think that's when it's gonna. I agree with you. I think there's that's going to be when he really gets. We're going to see more of
They,
him.
I almost feel like they could have cut the whole subplot, but like they had this whole subplot. Okay, we're they know we were planning this this operation, and it seems like Luthen's like, okay, they know we're planning this. I'm gonna let them take this guy. I'm gonna make a hard choice here, and I'm gonna sacrifice this piece off the board to give the Empire a false sense of security again.
Right. Right. Oh boy, but
Boy,
yeah,
this
it was a good episode though, and I think it's leading up. I'm hoping that the last episode is going to be worth it.
well, I think you'll see soon.
Oh yeah.
Braided, okay. She's saying something braided in trust.
Hmm.
What are they? It was wait, okay. Here's something else. In the knot in the binding.
Mhm.
What do you think she could be talking about?
I
A
don't know.
binding of what?
So are you reading the captions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they? Is this like some sort of pro empire thing or pro tyranny thing? Like what is? I just don't understand what it is she's doing. That's an old tradition that Mon Mothma does not care for. Yielding in acceptance, safe in the braid of the. Does this have any precedence or any correlation to anything in real life?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how that links into
Because
anything.
the daughter's like a real piece of work. Like
Yeah.
the daughter practically is so disrespectful to Mon Mothma,
Mhm.
and Mon Mothma can't get through to her at all.
Yeah. Well,
And
shoot. Even you wanted to put her over your knee and freaking give her a good
I mean,
thanking at one
I
point.
wouldn't do that. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but like I'm like Mon Mothma, I feel so bad for her because like her husband's like a wreck. Her
Mhm.
daughter's like a lost cause. It's like no one's no one's looking out for her, going to bat for her. She has like no love in her family. It's sad. Except for
Okay.
like the only one her friend Vel here. Vel, I guess Vel it actually is her cousin, but like Vel is like the only person who understands her.
Mhm. And I think
Braided
it's
in trust. Braided in trust, the old ways hold us. What does anyone know what this means?
yeah, if you're
It's
watching
like old custom. I don't understand what's going on here.
yeah.
I'm so weirded out by it, but it feels like a deeply evangelical religious, like a religious rite or a religious like thing.
Yeah.
But Mon Mothma does not. I'm so weirded out.
Yeah.
I feel bad about Marva. I'm sad she's gone, and I feel bad for Bix. She's still man. They did a number on poor Bix, man.
Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
And that's the thing. Like if anybody has any comments, the comments are open. So put in your we'd love to hear what you guys thought of the episode. Let us know. The comments are open.
Shorter episode this week, though.
Yes, it was. It was. So it was
Under 40 minutes when you consider like the credits and the recaps.
yeah, because the recap was pretty long this week. For the last episode, what is the time on that? Do you know?
I'll just check here.
Mhm.
I'm still just weirded out by what the daughter was doing. So the last episode was around the same time.
Around the same time.
So, and I wonder if there are ever any deleted scenes that like they cut out that were
I'm
like maybe
sure there
finished.
are. I'm sure there are deleted scenes. There has to be because this one seems to be shot differently than the others.
At least we got to see a few aliens this week.
Two.
We got at least 3.
Okay, 3.
because there was the one who was squatting in his apartment.
Oh yeah, that's true. So
But like the aliens they met on the prison planet turned out to be helpful because they helped them. They helped get him to Neamos.
yeah,
They helped him escape. So that was cool.
exactly.
And I forget his name, but Andor's friend who escaped with him,
Mhm.
I think is in Rogue One.
Is he?
Yes, Rogue One.
Hmm.
What was his name? It's not Kino. I think it's Melshi.
Oh, she?
See Melshi. Where did we see Melshi before? No, I don't think. No. Yes, it is Melshi.
Is it?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
So this character, I think, was introduced. He was introduced. Melshi, who was one of the prison inmates who escaped with Andor. My understanding is the character first appeared in Rogue One. So let me see.
Yeah, because he has it under Andor. He's in Andor, so
What did he do in Rogue One?
he was the he was one
Okay,
of
so they
the
helped. They got Jyn Erso out of prison
Mhm.
in Rogue One.
Yeah.
But did he die in the movie? I don't even remember.
I
Well,
don't
he was in the Battle of Scarif, so he did fight in the Battle of Scarif, he did die on Scarif.
Right.
So this character who we met in Rogue One, who escaped from the prison with Andor.
Mhm.
So this was the introduction of that character.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There
I
you
feel
go.
bad for B. I feel really bad for B2. Just
Yeah.
he's like a little puppy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. What overall? What did you think of the episode? And do you have a grade for it?
I would give this episode 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Me too.
That action scene, that space battle was really good.
Yeah. It was good.
Just to kind of finally see like we see another side of Luthen and just see like his ship is like insane.
Yeah. And
What his ship is capable of.
what's funny is that he goes back to the ship and almost like buzzes the tower as he's passing by, like just as a little nod, another
And he
insult.
got away. He got away from like because like once that Imperial ship showed up, like you thought he was dead in the water, but like he got away not easily, but like he got away like without unscathed. Like that was pretty insane.
Yeah, that
So
was
now I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
exactly.
This guy's still an enigma to us, you know?
And I think we're not going to find out till next season a little bit more about him.
Because his whole antique thing, that's like a facade. It's just
Yeah.
a cover. It's
Mhm.
just it's a front.
Mhm.
So
And all
like, who is the real Luthen?
Yeah, and then the discussions about the 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 merchandise in the shop are all just code for something else.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
He was
But
and he was speaking in code over the with his assistant
Mhm.
in this episode too.
Yeah.
But the good news in all of this is, Michael,
Yes.
the Houston Astros are still the World Series champions.
Seriously. And with that,
And Dusty
we will
Baker is coming back as the general manager next year.
yeah.
So
And with,
rejoice!
Yeah.
Rejoice, world.
okay. And with that, our watch party and after show is over for this week. Jeffrey, how can they find you with your
Okay.
Astros hat?
Once again, if you want to hear more about the Astros being the best in the world, if you want to hear more on my views on TV and entertainment, check me out on Twitter. at Wheeljack83. You can also check out my reviews and feature articles at 411mania.com. My latest review, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and The Fablemans. And I'll have more stuff coming up soon at 411mania.com. So be on the lookout.
Awesome. Yeah, and if you want to follow more stuff here on MUSE TV, we have a great interview with Alejandro Inarritu, the director of Bardot. That's up now. Luis Guzman, who is going to be Gomez Adams in Wednesday, which premieres next week. We have an interview with him and others from the Critics' Choice Association's celebration of Latinos in cinema and film. And also, too, we have an interview with Tim Allen from the Santa Clauses. That's up right now as well. So check it out. Also, next week is our last watch party of 2022. It's our last watch party. And everybody come back. We're going to do it for episode
The season
12.
finale of Andor. So,
Yep,
yeah.
Season finale. And then in 2023, we're going to change this all up because staying up late is kind of hard for me right now with all the work.
I know the feeling.
With everything that's been coming in, we've been really busy. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 11 p.m. here on MUSE TV for the
Stay safe, everybody, and happy holidays.
Yep, for the Andor watch party and after party. See, this is the reason why we're changing it up next year. But good night, everybody. Be safe, and we'll see you next week.